What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we have an interesting change of events as four-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, who's currently the undisputed super middleweight world champion, widely considered to be the face of the sport of boxing, top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, in Saul Canelo Alvarez. Saul Canelo Alvarez, is coming off of a trilogy victory over his biggest rival in Gennady Triple G Golovkin, to which Canelo Alvarez, he dominated the fight against Gennady Triple G Golovkin. And this was a comeback fight for Canelo Alvarez, who's now 58 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout, 32 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. He won a unanimous decision against Gennady Triple G Golovkin. That was September of this year. This was following upset loss to undefeated WBA light heavyweight world champion, Russian superstar boxer Dmitry Bivol, who beat him May of this year via unanimous decision. Dmitry Bivol, he won 9 rounds to 3, That's the worst. So Dmitry Bivol is now 21 wins, no loss, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout, 31 years of age, 6 feet tall with a 72-inch arm reach, because he followed up that Canelo Alvarez victory with another victory over a big Mexican former world champion, superstar boxer Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, to which he won another unanimous decision, another dominating performance. That was November of this year. So with that said, Canelo Alvarez initially, he stated that he wanted a rematch. He felt like the judges didn't give him a fair shake in the fight with Dmitry Bivol, Canelo Alvarez was stating he was daring to be great, although he already won the WBO light heavyweight title against Sergey Crusher Kovalev November of 2019. So he was already a 4-division champion. He already won the WBO title there. So Canelo Alvarez, he lost all but 3 rounds to Dmitry Bivol. Then he took on his rival, Gennady Triple G Golovkin, in a trilogy, and he won the fight. So now, ironically enough, Canelo Alvarez was stating that he had hand injuries that he needed surgery on and a shoulder injury that he needed work done on heading into the Dmitry Bivol fight, to which he got dominated, right? But he didn't get the shoulder and the hand fixed immediately because he then had the fight with Gennady Golovkin, and then he had the surgery after he beat Gennady Golovkin. So he didn't show no signs of wear and tear and issues with the hand and shoulder against Gennady Golovkin. He only mentioned it going into the Dmitry Bivol fight because he lost. And so now, ironically, Canelo Alvarez, he stated he's ahead of schedule and that he's going to make his ring return on his normal dates of May, Cinco de Mayo weekend, and then Mexican Independence Day weekend in September, right? But after Dmitry Bivol beat Zurdo Ramirez, keep in mind, Canelo Alvarez, he stated he had no interest in fighting any more Mexican-born fighters, Mexican fighters for that matter, because he represents Mexico and their culture. So he said he had no interest. So if Zurdo was to beat Dmitry Bivol, he had no interest. But if Dmitry Bivol won the fight, he wanted to rematch Dmitry Bivol. Well, I'm of the belief that Canelo Alvarez, he witnessed this dominating performance from Dmitry Bivol, as many other people have, and realized that it was no fluke in the manner that Dmitry Bivol dominated Canelo Alvarez, And it's many people now expecting Canelo Alvarez is going to lose again to Dmitry Bivol, right? So Canelo Alvarez has now changed his tune to possibly not seeing Dmitry Bivol in a rematch until 2024. And it's looking like he's possibly going to face, should this man be victorious, in John Ryder, who's the super middleweight title contender, 31 wins, 5 losses, no draws, 17 wins by way of knockout. He himself was knocked out, 34 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. More on the size length that Canelo Alvarez likes. Now, John Ryder has been mentioned and linked to Canelo Alvarez for some time now, okay? But John Ryder, he has a fight coming up this Saturday against Zach Parker, okay, who's undefeated, 22 wins, no loss, no draws, 16 wins by way of knockout, 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach, orthodox fighter, okay? So John Ryder has a fight coming up that most people expect, Zach Parker to be victorious in his fight. But if John Ryder is to be victorious, you can expect to see Canelo Alvarez face off against John Ryder, okay, in May of this year, which would be May 6th of this year, okay? And then look to have another stay busy fight, or maybe a contender. Maybe he gets to face the winner, or dare I say the winner of undefeated 2-time WBC super middleweight world champion, Mexican Ecuadorian superstar boxer David Benavidez, as he takes on Caleb Plant early in 2023, as the WBC, World Boxing Council President Mauricio Suleiman and board of 32 members have ordered that the winner of that fight face Canelo Alvarez. So maybe Canelo Alvarez has to face the winner of Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, to which he already knocked out and beat Caleb Plant. So David Benavidez is going to open up as the favorite. And if David Benavidez wins, that's going to be a huge fight. Caleb Plant wins, he's going to choose a different opponent because he already fought and beat Caleb Plant, right? And that gets him out of the fight with Dmitry Bivol, who is going to be highly favored to beat Canelo Alvarez, who has changed his tune about after the fight with Canelo. He stated that he would go down to 168. But now he's realized there's no need to do that. And so he stated, I'm a light heavyweight. And if Canelo Alvarez wants the rematch, he come back to light heavyweight, or I'm looking to secure an undisputed showdown with Beterbiev. But Beterbiev has to satisfy his mandatory in Anthony Yarde. So Dmitry Bivol, he wants that fight. He just satisfied his WBA mandatory in Zordo Ramirez. And so now this gives Canelo Alvarez an out, so to speak, because now Canelo Alvarez doesn't have to worry about fighting Dmitry Bivol until 2024. Again, he's viewed as the cash cow. He's viewed as, top 5 best pound-for-pound fighters in the world in the face of the sport of boxing. Canelo Alvarez essentially can call the shots. If Canelo Alvarez truly didn't want to honor this mandatory in September, then he would go ahead and push for the Dmitry Bivol rematch, but he's not going to do it. And Canelo Alvarez and his team is saying that they don't believe he's physically ready for Dmitry Bivol, and so now they want to have these tune-ups. So I'm all but certain that they're banking on John Ryder, who is more conducive to him in stature, being 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach, and Canelo Alvarez being 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. That's a better style matchup than even Zach Parker, who's 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach. So he's just as tall as Dmitry Bivol, but he has a 2-inch arm reach advantage over Dmitry Bivol, right? So he's even taller and even rangier. And so Zach Parker is going to open as the favorite. But if John Ryder beats Zach Parker, you can expect to see Canelo Alvarez versus John Ryder in May. And then Canelo Alvarez against the winner, Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, in September. And normally Canelo Alvarez would try to squeeze out another fight in December, but suddenly Canelo Alvarez is going to sit that one out and look to fight Dmitry Bivol in 2024. This is because Canelo Alvarez understands it wasn't the size of Dmitry Bivol. It wasn't the strength of Dmitry Bivol. It was the ring IQ and skill set of Dmitry Bivol that ultimately saw Canelo Alvarez put another check in that loss, that second column in his name in the box rack with loss. And that's to Dmitry Bivol. And more than likely, if he fights him again, it would be another check in that column that would say 3 losses with 2 draws. And he don't want to put that stain on his resume. So he's going to try to sit this one out. Hopefully the fans will forget. But Canelo Alvarez has pride and he's a competitor. So eventually he'll bark up that tree another time. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.